downstairs, there's 2 buckets. Check the wind direction before you go and slosh it over the side. No, I'm only joking, you're fine, don't worry. It's proper toilets downstairs. After all that, can I just have a quick show of hands? How many people understood a word I just said? Oh, just a few of you, alright. The reason I ask is because on our way to Westminster, we will pass by a few points and places of interest. Now on our journey up there today, there are 2 options, okay? We have option A. I'm going in there and I am pushing play on a very boring computer system. The computer system will point out a few places, but it will do so in a very boring manner. Option B, I don't mind. I'll stay on this microphone and I'll do a live commentary for you guys. Would anyone like option A? Come on, I want to have a sit down. Thank you, mate, thank you, put it there. Nice, right, enjoy your trip. Oh, all right, would anyone like option B, a live commentary? Yeah? All right. I've got to stress, we're not guides on these boats. I'm not a guide, okay? I'm just a member of the crew. If I do make any mistakes, don't hesitate to tell the person sitting next to you. But for your convenience, I am fluent in 3 languages, but this does include English, American and Australian. Alright, anything else is a bit beyond me. So what we'll do, we'll start in front of us with Tower Bridge, the gateway to the City of London, completed in 1894. On its opening ceremony, Tower Bridge, it actually failed to operate and a sailing vessel actually hit that bridge. Now, since that day, it has been registered with Lloyd's of London. Now, registered with Lloyd's, this bridge, it comes with the complement of a captain, an engineer and first officer. Now, the 2 centre bascles, these weigh over 1,000 tonnes each. It is actually an iron-built bridge, but it's been clad in stone. Now, to the right-hand side, behind the trees, this large white building here, just behind the trees, with the clock face, and you can just see the 6 small black chimneys on top of the building. Waterguard House. Waterguard House is home to His Majesty's Customs and Excise. Any illegal contraband which is seized at the border being smuggled into this country, it does find its way to the basement of that building where it's supposed to be incinerated. Now, I've lived in London over 30 years. I've never seen a puff of smoke come out them chimneys once. I did hear they have some fantastic Christmas parties. To the left, over to the left, we have a world famous hospital, the London Bridge Hospital. That hospital, that is world famous for 2 things. The first being sprained ankles, the second being heart attacks. You go in there with a sprained ankle, you get the bill, then you drop down dead with a heart attack, alright? It's also more expensive for a riverside view. Now, the first bridge we'll go beneath on our journey today. This is the world famous London Bridge. This is it, London Bridge. If you don't believe me as you go through it, they've actually wrote the name on the bridge either side of it, alright? But London Bridge, there's been a London Bridge on this site since the Roman era. It is actually the 5th London Bridge to span the river at this point. The previous London Bridge, it got sold to an American company for £1 million. It got taken down stone by stone. It was shipped off to America, where it was re-erected over the man-made lake, which is Lake Havasu on the edge of the Arizona desert. But look either side of you, you'll see it's got London Bridge on there. It makes a nice little photo. But once we get through this bridge, over to the left-hand side between the buildings, you're going to see Southwark Cathedral, a famous gentleman baptised in the cathedral by the name of John Harvard, who later went on to become one of the founding fathers of the Harvard University. But anyway, look in front of us, look at the next bridge, look. It's beautiful. This is the Cannon Street Railway Bridge. This is my favourite bridge on the River Thames, my favourite bridge. Look at it. I've got lots of things to tell you about it. I have nothing. Okay, this bridge is very boring in my opinion. There is something more interesting though, something more interesting. Look beneath the bridge to the right hand side. Can you see the windows? They belong to a health and fitness spa. With any luck, we're going to get to see some semi-naked people this afternoon. Yeah, look, have a look over there. What the architects failed to consider is every 5 minutes there is a boat like this going past with someone like me pointing that out. Right? And some days the views are better than others. You can just see someone in a towel just there if you look closely. Yeah, some days the views are better than others. Some days we will actually turn this boat around multiple times to go and have another look. Some days, I wish I'd never pointed that out. Alright, believe me when I say that. This next bridge, have a look up there. There's no one up here. This is the Southwark Road Bridge, one of the most underused bridges here in London. They say the approach roads to this bridge, they're so well hidden in the back streets of London. Not many Londoners know this bridge exists. Give them a wave. Hello, give them a wave. Because they're more than likely lost. Hello there, are you lost? Would you like any directions? Now, to the right hand side, this white building with the 4 columns, this is Vinter's Place. It's home to the Vinter's Company. In that building, they have one of the most undesirable jobs in all of the world, and that is testing some of the wines and the spirits that go and sell in restaurants in this country. It's a very undesirable job. I'm not sure who'd want to work there. I've heard there's a 10-year waiting list to get your CV looked at. It sounds like a dream job to me, but anyway. If you look to the left though, we have a circular white building with the timber frames and a thatched roof. It's the replica of Shakespeare's Globe and Playhouse Theatre. It's the only building in London to have the thatched roof since the Great Fire. You can see all Shakespearean plays acted out in period dress throughout the year. Now it is an open air theatre. If it does rain, you will get wet. So you can go and see a play in there today if you want to. About a £5. Cheap, very cheap. Highly recommend it for some live entertainment. The next bridge. This is the Millennium Footbridge, more commonly known as the Wibbly Wobbly. On its opening ceremony, this bridge, it rocked and swayed so violently, people fell over. People were sick on the people that fell over. It got shut down to add some stabilisation to it. Look to the right, it obstructs our river view of St Paul's Cathedral. Look at our river view, look, ruined. You can just see the magnificent dome there of St Paul's Cathedral. So Christopher Wren's masterpiece, completed in 1710, took 35 years to be built. It's the second largest unsupported cathedral dome in the world, only second to St Peter's in the Vatican City. Stands 365 foot tall. The next bridge in front of us though, this is the Blackfriars Railway Bridge. This is a railway station on top of this bridge. On the roof you can see all the slanted roof panels. They're all solar panels. This bridge, it does generate a fair bit of its own electricity. It was done for the Olympics in 2012 for the cost of around £500 million.